What do you mean? Oh, when you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Hey, when you don't want me.
What's going on, guys? It is your boy, David Black Samson on Instagram and everywhere else that you know me. A little bit tired, but it's been a minute since I've done a vlog, a personal video, and I thought it was only right, just to kind of challenge myself and to push myself as far as creativity and cinematography and all that sort of thing. There's just been so much going on that I haven't been able to do a vlog and talk about my own training and talk about just things that I'm thinking about. So here it is, guys. We're gonna have some lifting, we're gonna have some talking. I guess this is the intro. It is what it is. Here you go. So like I said, currently on the way to One World. Training hasn't differed as so much, apart from I've taken out a day of training from my week. Usually I train 5 days a week, but I haven't been sleeping because I've been working like 2-3 jobs right now. And so I decided to remove a day of training just so that I can make sure that I'm recovering well, because that's been a big thing for me lately, is that with the lack of sleep, it's been harder to recover from these really intense training sessions. And for those of you that don't know, most of you don't know, but I'm following Chris Spieler's programming, Icon Athlete. And typically it's I guess you could say it's a 5-day split. I don't know if you consider it a split. But yeah, so I took out Thursdays just so I can, recover better from my workouts and have like a full day, at least twice a week, of getting like really high quality sleep. It's felt great, really, to be honest. For some reason, it feels like there's like a build up most days, most weeks as I get up to Thursday, and it's like come the weekend, it's just like I'm ready to sleep, I'm ready to not be training, I'm ready to step away from everything. And it's been nice because I haven't had that as much, and I've enjoyed training a little bit more because of that. But still trying to make just various tweaks to my overall training protocol, and just even making sure that I get my nutrition right too. And so that's another thing that I've been really trying to focus on, is just making sure that I get my nutrition on point, because with this lack of sleep, if I just start eating whatever, it's just everything's just going to go to the crapper, as far as, my body, trying to get back to this state of homeostasis, trying to get back to this place of being centered. So that's been really, really hard, especially because on top of that, I was fasting for like 8 weeks, which was probably one of the stupidest things I ever did. And I think that amount of time fasting and not having the proper nutrients for my body to be going through the process of recovery in a timely manner really just wreaked havoc on my body. So just a combination of things has really run me into the ground, but I have not stopped training. Training, I love it. I love CrossFit. I love even now weightlifting. A few weeks ago, I got my USAW sports performance coaching certificate, which was pretty dope. Just a lot of great knowledge, practical knowledge from the coaching aspect of things, and looking at how to coach and what things to look for when you're coaching. And it was just a really great experience. It was a 2-day seminar. I'll probably end up doing a video on whether or not you should get your USAW level 1. There's some interesting things that go into that. But overall, it was a great experience. I took my level 1 at Delta Weightlifting in Sacramento. The owner, Don Ricci, was the one that did the coaching seminar. He was formerly an athlete and studied at Waxman's Gym down in SoCal. And so he's got just a wealth of knowledge. He actually has a few lifters that are at the national level, competing at university nationals, I think this November. And so we got to interact with those athletes as well. So it was overall a good time. On top of that, with all of these training stresses that's going on. You know, I've been really trying to, I guess, just experiment and retweak just my own training and my own protocols, just because at the end of the day, that's the only way that you can really, I guess, learn, is if you ask questions and if you dig deeper into understanding why it is that you're doing what you're doing. And that was one of the things that Dawn had spoke about in our class, that seminar, was that, you know, with particularly weightlifting, but I think it's the same thing with CrossFit. What are you trying to elicit by doing the things that you're doing? You know, a lot of the times I find that, especially like, for example, in CrossFit warm-ups, you know, we're trying to stretch all of our muscles. We're trying to warm up, but I find that a lot of the times, you know, we're trying to stretch all these muscles and whatnot and get loose, but what the coaching seminar actually taught, which was contrary to that, is you have different forms of warming up. So you have, you know, active and passive. You have dynamic versus static, which are the same thing. Yeah, you just have all these various ways of warming up. But in simple, you know, when we're warming up, we want to be able to get in the position that we need to get in. You know, there's a sense of you don't want to take it too far to where then, you know, you're too loose. And I've been playing around with that too. You know, shortening up my warm up and just getting to a point to where I feel comfortable getting into the positions I need to get in. And, you know, it shortens the amount of time that, you know, at the gym, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, like, I feel, I don't feel as loose, which sometimes, you know, you feel like, it's really hard to describe. I don't know how to describe it, but, yeah. And so, yeah, so that's just been a few things that's going on. I also did the Wodapalooza online qualifier, and honestly, I was kind of bummed out about it. It really wasn't that great. I felt like they kind of just came out of the gate super hard, trying to, I guess, separate the pack. I competed in the intermediate scaled masters, I guess, division is what it was called. And so some of the workouts, actually, there was a lot of videos online that you could see, like these, where people actually hurt themselves, you know. And it, as far as a qualifier, yeah, like I said, I was really disappointed as far as the experience goes. I think if you're going to do a qualifier, you need to make it as simple as possible, in terms of, I guess, the entire experience. And that's why I think the Open is really well prepared really well in terms of it being really accessible for many a group of people. You know, it doesn't use a whole bunch of equipment. Most workouts, you don't need more than one bar. And so that's, yeah, the Wodapalooza, I mean, I give it to them that they're able to really put on a really well, I guess, party style event. I don't know what you would call it. A lot of people love it. But yeah, I was really not satisfied with the online qualifier. Not to mention, I really didn't have the time to do it, because most of the time it would take place, you have from Wednesday until Monday to do these qualifiers. And in all honesty, on the weekends, you know, I don't know. Like, it was just not that great. Like, if you do qualifiers on the weekends, chances are you're not going to have the same amount of time to redo the workout as you would if, let's say, the qualifier workout was released on Monday and you had until next Monday to do it. You can hit it multiple times, try it multiple times. I mean, unless you have a schedule that allows you to have that time to just do whatever you want, it makes it really difficult to achieve that. And so that was my experience with it. Am I going to do it again? Probably, with the hopes that next year, you know, my fitness is improved, and you know, I can make a better run for it, which, you know, again, it is what it is, like I usually say. I also just started, I just signed up with a nutrition coach, which is something interesting that I've never really done before. I've always tried to learn as much as I can about nutrition, for my own benefit to see and experiment what works with what. But I think right now I really need the accountability, and I need a system, which, I mean, if you're following something like If It Fits Your Macros, it is a system. But I think for right now, kind of similar to with my training, I need somebody that I can talk to, that I can discuss things with, like a coach, accountability in terms of making sure that I hit my goals. Because like I said earlier, I was fasting for 8 weeks, or 4 weeks actually, 4 to 6 weeks it was about, to try to change my body composition in terms of I wanted to go down percentage, because right now I'm about 20% body fat, but I want to get down to about 15. So, you know, I'm not the most athletic looking person, but, you know, I just want to, you know, change up the body a little bit. And especially with the lack of sleep, making sure that, again, like making sure that the nutrition is on point is very important, because, you know, if I'm not sleeping, I'm not getting the right nutrients, and I try to go to the gym to try to hit it as hard as I can, I'm just going to get gassed, I'm just going to get wrecked. And, you know, during that time when I was fasting, you know, it didn't hit at first, but after about 3 to 4 weeks, going into the 5th week, the 6th week, it really started to take a toll, just in terms of, again, the body being able to recover. My joints felt a little bit more achy. You know, I didn't really feel as strong. I felt like I was missing lifts that I shouldn't have missed, that I normally in the previous weeks before fasting had hit. And so, you know, that's just some of the things that play a part when, you know, you're trying to dial in your nutrition and your training. You know, you don't really think about nutrition being a big thing. You know, let's say fitness is not a big thing for you, but the moment you start partaking in fitness and bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, whatever it is, you start to notice how all these various different things affect you, because you start tracking them, and you see that, you know, maybe if you eat less sugar, and you don't have, you know, earlier in the morning, you don't have as crazy crashes during, you know, the end of the day, or whatever the case is. But, you know, the more you start tracking these things, and I just went on to a tangent. That's pretty much it, guys, as far as updates. Other than that, I just asked that you guys would check out my blog, Primed Force Apparel, lifestyle apparel, and blog. A lot of cool stuff going on. Daily training, daily workouts that are really dope. So if you're looking for daily workouts, looking for something to do, as far as following a progressive training plan, make sure you check out blog.primeforce.com. Got a lot of cool stuff on there. What else? Like I said, also on top of that, if you're in the Bay Area, make sure you check out this company that I actually started working with, that I'm doing work for. They're called not Prime Force. They're called Mass Meals. Really affordable nutrition. I don't get any extra money for sending you guys to them. But really affordable nutrition programming as far as meal service. For $125, you get 25 meals each week. You can pick them up twice a week. Really great company, doing a lot of cool stuff. So if you're having trouble just like meal prepping or just getting enough nutrition in, make sure you check them out. Outside of that, guys, we're going to hop into today's training. I hope you enjoy it. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, or if there's anything that I should do differently, please leave a comment in the comment section of this video. And after that, guys, I'll catch up with you guys with a little commentary. Catch you guys later.
places you was at. I could've pulled up, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Pulled up, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. What's that?
What's going on, guys? So I just got home. I know the lighting in here is really weird, but I thought I would just do a quick follow-up commentary on everything that's going on. You can't even see my face in this video, but it is what it is. I just want to just get a video up on YouTube. I haven't really done a vlog in a while. I think, actually, I have not mentioned, but things have just been really crazy at work. My hours are really weird. Excuses, basically. But still going strong on the program, and just trying to make sure that I get that in. As always, my goal is local competitions and, just having fun throwing down. But today's work, this actual week, is actually a deload week, which has been nice because with trying to bring together fasting and lifting heavy, those things don't really work well together. And so I had a really, really tough time just adjusting to the heavier weights. And I actually last week missed a bunch of snatches that I should have made. You can actually, if you go to my Instagram page, you can see I was trying to hit a snatch, I think at like 155, but I bailed on it and I wasn't able to make it. And part of it is just like I felt weak. I felt like I couldn't hit it as I should have. But outside of that, today I just got some heavy front squats in, which was nice. I did it at 177. It was 3 sets of 7, which felt really, really good, actually, in all honesty. Just kind of moving. It wasn't something that was super, super heavy, but ultimately felt really, really good. Then from the snatches, went on to, or not snatches, but from the front squats, went on to do a 20-minute EMOM, which Chris likes to program regularly. It was 20 minutes. First minute was it was supposed to be 15 calorie row and then 12 burpees. but I just brought it down to make sure that I can get the complete the amount of reps in the required time span. So I brought it down to 10 calorie row and 10 burpees every other minute, just alternating. And that was rough, man. You can see in the video, it was, I was trying to pull fast enough so that I would have, a good 20-25 seconds to kind of recover as I went on to the next movement. But it just got to the point to where I would say halfway through on the burpees especially, trying to get through the burpees was just brutal because burpees require your entire body. You can't not sleep on burpees. Like, whatever you do, you kind of have to go all in with burpees. And so that was a little rough. I actually found that the row was, again, just like, it was a lot better. It was a lot easier to recover on the row than it was on the burpees. So that actually felt really nice to do that Metcon, because actually Monday we did a super long Metcon. It actually took me an hour to get done. But I actually kind of like those pieces just because it really pushes me. So, I mean, with a 20-minute EMOM, it's not the funnest thing to do in the world, but, you find that when you go over to these smaller pieces, like, 5, 10, 15-minute Metcons, it's nothing, because it's only that, it's nothing compared to 20, 30, 40, 1 hour Metcons. And so I've definitely adjusted and gotten used to those longer pieces of work, which, it's always a good thing, in terms of trying to progress your fitness and trying to, just do better in terms of the workouts that you're doing, whether it's improving on your benchmark times, whether it's like a Fran, or whether it's like, Murph. You always want to get comfortable with those longer, uncomfortable pieces. And so that was it today, guys. After that, I did some curls, and I did some presses, overhead presses. That was one of the things that Don talked about in the weightlifting seminar. He was primarily talking about women, because with women, they tend to they're not as strong upper body. And so he recommended that after each training session, that women should get that overhead pressing work in to help develop and strengthen their upper body. And I've always had a weaker upper body. And so one thing that I've been trying to do regularly is do some overhead work. I throw some curls in there just to get some, a little bit of a pump, but to get that bicep strength, because, it is helpful. It may not, quote unquote, seem functional, but I think there is some benefit to it in terms of carrying loads and whatnot. And so I've been working on that after each workout. I didn't film it just because it's pretty boring and nothing special. But I usually do about 3 sets of 5 on each arm for both curls and overhead presses. Sometimes I'll do 21, which is 7 reps, descending or reverse, I guess it's reverse curls. And then I'll do, or descending curls. Then it'll be, I don't know, it's stupid. I'll probably do it in the video because I can't even think of what it is right now. And I really just want to get inside and shower and get out of here. But that was it today, guys. Sorry about the lighting again. I'll make sure that the next commentary is not in poor lighting. But I hope you guys really enjoyed the video today. If you guys like this video, or if you guys watch this video, I really appreciate it if you guys can drop a like if you stuck it out through this entire video. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions about the programming that I'm following. Also, as well, I mentioned earlier that I'm doing nutrition track, or I have a nutrition coach now. So that's going to be really helpful just in terms of just kind of getting back on track after having been trying to fast and just hitting a wall, and just kind of getting back on track and really just getting my body composition down. That's always been something that I've struggled with. It's just, I guess you could say, physical appearance, because ever since I was younger, I've always been a little bit more heavy. But to be able to have a coach who can I can talk to on a weekly basis and we can really nail down what it is that I need on a personal basis, as opposed to trying to find some template to follow, is going to be really helpful in the long run in terms of just like having good health, but as well as aiding my performance in CrossFit. So that'll be really dope. And outside of that, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you can, please drop a like on this video, drop a subscribe. Whatever you guys can do is definitely beneficial and helpful. And comments are definitely helpful too. If there's something I should change, if you can't hear me, whatever it is, guys, it is all very much appreciated. Make sure you like Primed Force. Check that out. Check out the blog, daily workouts, reviews, everything that you need to improve your functional fitness life. That is www.blog.primeforce.com. Hit the shop.primeforce.com for apparel. You know what it is, guys. And with that, I hope you have a good night, a good day, whatever time it is that you're watching this. And without much further ado, I will catch you guys later. Peace.